All right, guys, welcome to the show. So things are a little different for us tonight, but hey, we're still going to have a lot of fun. So look, we usually say welcome back, but we can't really say that to you guys because it has been that long since we've been able to record. So welcome to all of you. Thank you for taking time to check this out. JJ and I are here. You doing good, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah, that man of a lot of words, as you can tell. So we've been just crammed lately with school and work and different things that we've had going on. Man, I know you're getting ready for summer to start. How long you got till summer starts?
Thursday, Friday, the next week.
So Thursday next week. Last day of school is Thursday next week.
I think so.
Think so. As you can tell, he's so into details, but that's okay. So look, we are gonna get together today. We're gonna have a little fun. We've not been able to record since before the NFL draft. Been a few weeks. We kind of put our mocks out there and kind of said what we thought was going to happen, and we turned out. How good you do at the mock?
I got 2 out of 32.
2 out of 32. Do you think that's any good?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I like your confidence there. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I think I ended up Uncle Chris and I tied. I think we got like 5 each right. It was pure luck because we could not account for the trades. Yes, exactly. The trades were ridiculous. All right, so check it out. We're gonna do our grades. We're gonna do a letter system. Letter system. You good with that?
Yay.
Yeah, and you don't feel like you're into the letter grading system. Are you tired of receiving bad letters or something?
Nah.
What was the worst? What was the worst letter you got this year?
F. Yeah.
You got an F. Oh! As soon as we turn this camera off, somebody's getting whooped.
I made that up.
Sure, you made that up. Okay, I'm kidding. All right, so here we go. Look, we're gonna go down. We're gonna do letter grades for each team. So we get the Jaguars taking Trevor Lawrence. We're both saying A plus. Yeah, it's not a shocker. Zach Wilson to the Jets. I'm gonna give it an A minus. No, excuse me. I'm B plus. I'm doing B plus. You said
A B minus.
A B minus. A B minus. Okay, good. Why are you giving him a B minus?
Sam Darnold.
My God, you said it like Sam Darnold's dead. Literally said that like Sam Darnold passed away. You're not a Jets fan.
To New York, he did.
Oh, to New York. Okay, fair enough.
They're drafting the same quarterback. It don't matter.
It is pretty much the same guy. I give you credit for that. The 49ers get Trey Lance at 3. Dude, to me that is an A. I'll just give it an A.
A minus.
A minus. I'm if he turns out to be something, it could be pretty incredible with him and Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Pitts.
A plus.
A plus. A plus. We both agree. A plus. Okay, fair enough. Jamar Chase to the Bengals.
A.
I'm gonna give it a B plus. I still think they should have took Penei Sewell. Jalen Waddle to the Dolphins.
A.
Okay, I'm sticking with B plus. I'm sure he's a great receiver. Well, he was a great receiver at Alabama. He'll be pretty good there. I still think they should have taken Penei Sewell.
Quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. Alabama quarterback. Who knows what that's going to be? Then we get Penei Sewell going to the Lions at 7. What'd you say?
A plus.
Mike. There we go. Okay. We're both doing A plus on that one. That was a good pick. The Carolina Panthers getting J.C. Horn, cornerback at number 8.
A.
I'm saying A plus because they needed somebody. I know they got great defensive picks last year, but still they needed somebody. Patrick Surtain II to the Broncos at 9.
B.
I just love the way you say the B. B. I'm gonna give it a B plus. He's a good player, but I still think they should have taken Justin Fields there. Number 10, the Eagles trade up and they get Devontae Smith.
A plus.
A plus. A plus. A plus. Why?
They need receivers bad.
But is he the receiver to do it though?
Better than everybody else at the moment.
All right, well that's hard to argue with. Their first round pick, was it their first round pick last year? Oh gosh, I can see that dude from TCU. I can't think of his name at this moment, but he couldn't get healthy last year. He didn't play much. He didn't do well. I'm about to look up his name in a little while because I'm hoping we can find that because he failed them last year what they were trying to do, and he just they didn't have it listed here, but that's all right. And then in 11, we see the Chicago Bears trade up with the Giants, and they trade up and they get your guy. Who's that?
Fields.
Justin Fields. So how many pluses are you putting beside that?
2.5.
So A plus and a half. Okay, I gotta ask. Okay, just because I guess I'm not that bright. If you put an A plus and a half of a plus, does that make it an A plus minus? If can you a negative plus a positive?
Equals the negative.
Isn't that multiplied? No wonder you got an F in math. I'm kidding. You didn't get an F. Science. Science, you good at science. What the heck? All right, so at 12, the Cowboys got Micah Parsons. They needed a linebacker, so I'm gonna give that an A plus.
A plus.
A plus. Okay. 13, Rashawn Slater going to the Chargers. They needed some O linemen to help Justin Herbert. I'm gonna do A plus.
A plus.
Not even. My man is not even waiting for the microphone to get to him. We got to improve our microphone situation. Okay. All right. So you're leaning into the mic. I see you already before I do it. You're leaning in. All right. Number 14, the Jets trade up and they get Elijah Vera Tucker.
A plus.
Even though they traded up to get him, you still think it's an A plus?
They needed it.
All right, well, I can't argue with that. I'm gonna give him an A, but I get what you're saying there. They needed that. They needed some offensive linemen, and then to our Patriots, Mac Jones falls. He falls to give them a pretty good pick. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Mac Jones, the Patriots?
5 A pluses. I can't.
5 A pluses. 5 A pluses, ladies and gentlemen. 5 A pluses. That's what we're getting here. I'm going to give it an A. I'm kind of nervous about it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of nervous about that pick. Number 16, the Cardinals get Zaven Collins, linebacker.
A plus.
Why do you seem like an automaton right now? Just every time. A plus. A plus. Like a robot. I am going to go with an A. Hopefully this is a good pick for them. Number 17, Alex Leatherwood goes to the Raiders.
A plus.
Really? Why?
Because they traded all their linemen.
Well, they cut or traded all their linemen, but Leatherwood was not projected to go very high. So I'm actually going to give him a B minus because Leatherwood probably would have been available in the second round. So this is consistent now for Gruden and Mike Mayock. They're consistently taking guys way above where they're ranked to go, so to speak.
That's Gruden.
That is Gruden. Gruden thinks he's smarter than everybody else, so that's not shocking.
Got that contract for it.
You know how big that contract is?
10 years, like $10 million each.
Exactly. That's exactly what he got. A 10-year, $100 million contract. So, yeah, he can do whatever he wants. Okay, so number 18, the Dolphins get Jalen Phillips out of Miami. They get an edge rusher.
A plus.
What in the world? I'm not even sure why we didn't let our grades at this point. Every pick would have been JJ's A plus. Name a pick so far you haven't said A plus.
Trey Lance.
That which is a crazy one in and of itself that you would give Alex Leatherwood an A plus, but not Trey Lance. That in and of itself is kind of crazy. I'm gonna give the Jalen Phillips trade. I'm gonna give it an A. Hopefully it works. It does well. Jamin Davis, linebacker, going to Washington.
I don't know Washington's lineup very well, so I'm gonna give it a B.
All right, so obviously Washington's defense is what really carried them last year with Chase Young and the other guys. I know that they just lost Golly. I can't think of his name now. We're gonna call him Golly. Golly, who played defensive end for the I was about to call them the Redskins again. We have done this every. I know that, but every episode we have recorded, I screwed all. I know. Man, Ryan Kerrigan, who just signed with the Eagles. So they needed some guys on defense. So he's going to be a good athlete for him. Receiver?
Yeah.
As you can tell, the conversations in our house are excellent. Most of the time I get a grunt. He's like living with the tiny Neanderthals, you can tell. Okay, so the Giants at 20, they get Kadarius Toney.
I don't know him very well.
I was about to ask you before you gave the grade if you even knew who this was.
Nah.
All right, so Kadarius Toney, wide receiver, Florida, had a pretty good year. He's kind of more of a gimmick speed guy. He's a guy you kind of throw it to in the flat or in the backfield. You kind of hand it off to him, and he's going to do a lot of stuff. He's not a really big guy, so what he's going to have to do is create in space. Kind of, they used an example, another Florida receiver, Percy Harvin. It's got a kind of guy they compared him to, who was fantastic when Harvin played for Urban Meyer. I'm
Urban Meyer.
what? Urban Meyer, the Jaguars coach.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh my gosh. We might have to kick you off the show. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
It's my shit, man.
It's your show now. Listen to you.
It's got my name on the shirt, John.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. You're the John. Okay, that's fair. I'll agree with that. I'm gonna give him a B.
I'll give B plus.
B plus. Good for you, man. You did something besides A plus. Way to give some variety for the people.
New York needs a receiver.
They need a receiver. Well, they got Lord, they just signed that guy. I have gone so blank. This
is our show.
This is our show. As you can tell, we've done a ton of research on all of these picks and everything that we're doing. But honestly, I've just gone blank. All right, so here we have the Colts at 21 taking Kwity Paye, an edge rusher for them. I'm gonna go ahead and say B plus.
I'm giving an A.
I'm giving a B plus just because there's questions that he only has one move. Some of the defensive linemen talked about him, said he only had one move, and if he couldn't do anything outside of that. Caleb Farley going 22nd to the Titans. Now keep in mind, he just had another major back surgery. So
it's this guy.
This is the guy from
B-.
Virginia Tech. B minus?
B minus.
So he has A plus talent. The question comes down to his health, if he's going to be healthy enough to play and consistently healthy enough to play. So you're still sticking with B minus?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with B plus because the value at this pick is pretty high. It's just whether or not he can be on the field. So 23 to the Vikings. The Vikings get Christian Darrisaw, offensive tackle out of Virginia Tech. I'm going to go ahead and give it an A.
I don't know who this is, so I'm going to go A.
I'm so glad that grade carries so much value. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna just give it a. Why didn't you say C? That's what you do on an exam. If you don't know what it is, you say C. All right, this is great. This is the best show we have ever recorded, as you can tell.
Take that, Uncle Chris.
Take that. Exactly. This is what Chris gets for not being a part of the show. All right, so number 24, the Pittsburgh Steelers take Najee Harris out of Alabama.
A.
Okay, why an A for this pick? Because it's a running back in the first round.
He's good, and they needed it.
I'm just tripping out over the fact that how succinct every one of these are. He's good, and they needed it. I'm gonna go A minus just because it's a running back in the first round. Don't get me wrong. You're right. They did need a running back, but it's a running back in the first round. It makes me nervous. Yeah. Very next pick, 25. The Jaguars take Travis Etienne out of Clemson.
Interesting.
Well, see, keep in mind right now through rookie minicamp and stuff like that, Urban Meyer has been playing or making Etienne play more wide receiver. So are you still thinking that he should be what I'm thinking this is a B minus of a draft pick?
I'm going to go C.
Whoa.
They can't decide what position he plays.
Whoa, C. I think that is the position they want. They want him out of the backfield playing like a James White type role is what I think they're going for.
That'll be something.
That would be something. All right, so now we have 26. The Browns taking Greg Newsome, cornerback Northwestern.
B.
B? I'm going to give it an A minus right here.
I don't know who he is.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing. We're just going to zoom through the rest of this. 27, the Ravens take Rashad Bateman, wide receiver.
A plus.
A plus. They obviously needed a wide receiver. That's without question. 28, the Saints take Peyton Turner, defensive end out of Houston. I'm not even going to pretend that I knew who this was, so I'm going to give this a C.
C.
Okay. 29, the Packers take Eric Stokes out of Georgia. I'm going to go ahead and say on talent alone, this is an A pick. Because of the way the Packers have handled everything, we're going to give him a C plus.
D.
D. Wow.
They won't give Aaron Rodgers anything. That's why he's trying to leave.
That's true. All right, 30. The Bills take Greg Rousseau out of the edge rusher out of Miami. As a Patriots fan, I'd like to give that an F. In all actuality, as a football pick,
A plus.
That's probably an A. And I'm very upset about it. 31. The Ravens take Owe. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his first name. Odafe. You know what I'm talking about. Odafe Owe. Is that Odate?
Oh wait, I don't have my glasses.
He can't see. He doesn't do research for the show, and he can't see. This is fantastic.
You offered this today.
Touche, sir. This is what I get for texting you after you get out of school. They get Oweh. They needed a pass rusher because they lost their edge rusher to us. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm excited about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a B plus for them. They're probably gonna turn this into something. And then 32, last pick of the first round, the Bucks get Joe Tryon, edge rusher out of Washington. They had a surplus. They had every position filled. They didn't need anything specific. B.
They had everything.
They had everything. That's a good point. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it an A because they were just drafting out of luxury. So it's lucky to be them.
I think they should take a
Quarterback.
Tom Brady's old.
He just won a Super Bowl.
He old.
Yeah, but he just won a Super Bowl. All right, so you're the last pick of the first round. All the best quarterbacks are gone. Who do you take?
I forgot who was left.
Oh, do you mean the guy they got with the last guy? No. The guy they got with the last pick of the second round, Kyle Trask.
Yeah.
They got him in the last pick of the second round.
I didn't pay attention to.
Oh my gosh! Welcome to a sports show where we don't watch sports.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our draft grades. As you can tell, we did a ton of research for all of that. All right, so now we're going to jump to some NBA. So listen, your hero, the guy you love the most in the world, LeBron James. Yeah, that's your hero, right?
No.
Yeah, sorry. We're not huge LeBron fans in this house, but that's okay.
Game.
Well, yeah, no doubt, because they're playing your guys. So LeBron made a statement the other day that he thought whoever came up with the concept of the play-in tournament should have been fired. Do you agree or disagree with that statement?
I disagree, and I think he's scared.
Oh, who's he scared of, JJ?
Yes.
No. Is he scared of your Warriors?
No.
No, he's not scared of Steph?
He's scared of everybody.
That's an interesting statement. That's an aggressive statement from you.
For once, he's not a number one seed. Also, he doesn't want to lose already and not make the playoffs.
So you're saying he's more worried about his reputation losing in the play-in tournament than actually playing someone good?
Yeah, that's why he tried to deny the bubble in the first place.
Touche. Though he won his last championship in a bubble. All right, so tonight, let's go ahead and pick everything. Okay, so we saw tonight. Currently, as we're recording this, we're recording the game. We're going to watch it here in a few minutes. But the Pacers are playing my Hornets. My Hornets have absolutely struggled since LaMelo got hurt, but now he's back. Hopefully, he can pay off. And what'd you say earlier? Who do you think is going to win this?
Charlotte.
All right. Now, first he said the Pacers, and then he found out that Karis LeVert was not going to be playing this game because Karis LeVert is in quarantine for, I guess, COVID. So he's the protocol for COVID, so he's not in the game. So that means Indy's playing without one of their best players. Malcolm Brogdon is back tonight, but we're still going to take the Hornets. Both of us are taking the Hornets to move on to the next game. All right, so we're going to stick with the East, the other play-in game, Boston and Washington. Who do you have winning that game?
I think Boston, but I'm just saying 36 and 36. Nice and even for Boston.
Yeah, they had an even, a 500 season. I'll be honest with you. The way Boston has played this year and the way the Wizards have played as of late, I am actually going to take the Wizards to beat the Celtics. So that would put the Celtics. Okay, so
Jaylen Brown won't be back.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown's out for the season. Are you taking the Wizards too? Okay. Now that you thought about that. Okay, so the Pacers and the Hornets, that's the 9-10 game. So they would move on and they would play the loser of the 7-8 game. So 7-8 game, Boston's 7, Washington's 8. So we're saying that both of us are saying Boston's going to lose. That means they're going to be playing the winner of the Charlotte Pacers game. So we're going to say the next game is actually Boston versus Charlotte. Okay, so in that game, Boston versus Charlotte, who do you have?
Wait, hold on. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, we're still trying to do math. Boston versus Charlotte, who you got?
Boston.
I also have Boston. I don't think the Hornets are ready for a team with some grit like Marcus Smart and some of those guys, Kemba Walker, and I don't think Kemba's going to let Charlotte. Oh, I know, right? What if Kemba? But what if Kemba lost to the Hornets? That would be fantastic. But I think we both think Boston's going to move on to that. So That means Boston would go in as the 8th seed playing Philadelphia. Who's going to win that series? Boston, Philly.
Philly.
It's not even a question. Philly's going to move on from that as the 1 seed. Then, yeah, exactly. Then we had the 2 seed, and we said earlier that we thought that the Wizards were going to win, so they would go in as the 7 seed. So we're talking Brooklyn and Washington. Who do you have?
New Jersey.
Are you doing that in honor of Uncle Chris?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So we have the Nets. We think the Nets are going to take that. So that would move them on, the Nets and the Sixers. So then we have the 4-5 matchup. It's the Knicks versus the Hawks. I'm taking the Knicks.
Knicks all day.
Knicks all day. Okay. Milwaukee versus Miami. This is tough.
I'm going Milwaukee.
Are you? I'm going to take Miami.
It's a hesitant.
It's a toss-up? Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a toss-up.
Okay, so then that would have what? Philly versus
New York.
Yeah, Philly versus New York. Who do you have there?
Philly. I don't think New York's ready yet.
I agree with you on that. Philly's going to take that one. So then it would be Miami versus Brooklyn.
Or Milwaukee.
Okay.
I think Brooklyn wins either way.
So we're saying Brooklyn wins no matter what. So really what we're getting down to is we think it's going to be 1 versus 2. Philly versus Brooklyn on the east side. Who do you think walks away, Philly or Brooklyn?
Philly.
I think Brooklyn's going to take Philly. I think they got too much firepower.
Harden never shows up.
They've been injured half the time, so we'll see. It really comes down to Kyrie. If he's worried about what's happening overseas or if he's worried about what's happening here.
What's happening overseas?
I love you.
You
don't watch the news. Yes, I know. You're not in touch with the world. All right, so let's go to the West. All right, so 7-8 matchup of the play-in tournament. It is the Lakers against your Warriors. I think
Curry.
You're taking the Warriors?
I'm taking Curry because that's all there is.
Oh, touche. The Golden State Curries. I'm going to take the Lakers.
Really?
I think their size is what's going to hurt them. I think the Lakers are just going to try to beat up Steph. We've seen LeBron's history against Steph. He's just going to try to basically push him around. So I think the Lakers will do that. They'll move on as the 7th seed. Then we have Memphis versus San Antonio.
Sorry, Greg, but Memphis has got this.
I agree. I think Memphis will take that. So that would have the Warriors and the Grizzlies playing in the matchup. Moving on to see who gets the 8th seed. I'm going to take the Warriors.
I'm going to think either Lakers or Golden State. Whoever plays Memphis moves on.
So basically what we're saying is that Memphis and San Antonio are not going to be in the tournament.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. All right, so I'm going to go with what I said, and you can argue with me if you want. I'm going to take Golden State as the 8th seed against Utah. You're saying it's Los Angeles against Utah, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's my thinking.
Here's your thinking.
If LA plays Utah, Utah wins. Golden State plays Utah, Golden State wins. Golden State won 2 out of 3 times versus them. And Curry went off in every time.
But you're banking. Well, that's all you really have to bank on because the team's that bad in Golden State that it's all about Curry putting up 50 points.
Draymond.
Yeah, but Draymond can't score. Okay, so
Defense.
All right, so let's stick with your pattern. You're saying that Utah against LA. LA is the 8th seed. Who wins Utah against LA?
Utah.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I'm going to take LA against Utah. I am. I think I think LeBron will carry him. Okay. If it's Golden State against Utah, you're still taking Golden State. I'm gonna take Utah.
I'm not biased, I promise.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Phoenix against Golden State. If that would have been the one, Phoenix against LA. Phoenix. So we're just saying Phoenix is moving on. All right. So Denver against Portland. It's a 3 versus 6. I'm taking Portland.
Portland.
Okay, we're both standing firm with that one. Okay. Clippers against the Mavericks. Rematch from last year. Mavericks?
Paul George sucks.
Paul George does suck, but I'm still taking the Clippers. So that would mean that in this scenario, we'll say it's Utah against the Clippers.
Okay.
Utah versus Clippers.
You said LA beats Utah.
We are so lost in our bracket right now. This is absolutely amazing. We are playing too many hypotheticals. All right.
Yes.
let's try this again.
Yeah.
LA is the 8 seed. Golden State is the 7 seed. So it's Utah versus LA. I got LA moving forward. You have Utah moving forward. So it would be Utah versus the Clippers for you.
Still got Utah.
Oh, no, it'd be Utah versus the Mavericks. Excuse me.
Oh, still got Utah.
Still got Utah. Okay, you're taking the 1 seed. Okay, so then we had Portland playing Phoenix no matter what.
Phoenix.
I'm taking Phoenix. Okay, so then we're saying that it would be Phoenix and Utah. We have stuck with chalk. It's 1-2. I think Phoenix. I agree with you. Okay, so then in theory, we're saying that as of right now, we think it's going to be a Phoenix.
Philly championship.
I said Phoenix, Brooklyn. I said Phoenix, Brooklyn. So you're saying Phoenix, Philly? Okay, so say it's Phoenix, Philly. You're saying what?
Phoenix.
Really?
Yeah.
You think Chris Paul is going to finally get his ring?
Yeah.
We're back to just the noises. What are you, Canadian or something like that? All right.
Bacon.
Jeez. I'm trying to get him to understand that Canadian bacon is not what he thinks it is.
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup and Canadian bacon?
Yeah. No, probably not.
I was going to say, that sounds awful. All right. So that's our weird, random, crazy picks for what we think is going to happen in the NBA tournament. So let us know what you think. Any parting shots at Uncle Chris?
Before we do this, you never said who won.
Because I think it's Phoenix, Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna come down to see who's right. E. Jeez. We're gonna try to expound his vocabulary here. We're gonna try to do other things. Can you do an O?
Oh.
Can I get a U?
YMCA.
What? All right, there we go. That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate your time, as we're absolutely crazy, as you can tell. Have a good one. Oh my God.